What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Exchange. My name is Brad Thrasher, and this is my co-host, Tim O'Brien.
And here at the Sports Exchange, we're just going to keep it casual. Like you're sitting on a couch with your buddy, or at a bar, or at a sporting event. and here at the show, here on the show, we're going to start with the warm-ups. This is a detailed list of what we're going to go through during the episode. After that, we're going to do the kickoff. These are the mainstream topics. We're going to go through them, debate about them, talk about them, whatever. Might even fight a little bit, maybe. Knowing this guy.
Always.
Then after that, we're going to go into halftime. This is going to get a little different as we progress with episodes. Starting out, we might go with our favorite game day recipes, favorite games at backyard barbecues. Then after that, we're going to go into the second half. These are kind of like under the radar kind of topics, but we're still going to dive into them. We're going to debate. Probably fight. Probably. Then after that, we go into the final whistle. Now, this is going to be an interesting part of the show. We are going to make bets on future sporting events.
Really?
Yes.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Exactly. The loser of that bet will have to cash in on that bet on the next episode. And trust me, these are things that we are not going to want to do. I should say we're going to regret doing them because there's no backing out, Brett.
Prepare to lose.
There we go. Let's get into it. All right. So to start off the show, we got the warm-up. This episode's going to be a little different. This is our first pilot episode. So we're going to go into a little bit more depth on who we are, how we met, favorite sporting memory, yada, yada, yada. So I've known this man since my sophomore year in high school. And,
didn't like you.
Nope, he didn't like me one bit. And then, like I said, my best man speech in his wedding, till he found out I had a car and he didn't have to take the bus home. It's weird. All right, we did make a little notes, just so bear with us. Let's get into it. Like, favorite team, go.
Favorite team? College football? Gotta be the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Regretting I wore red.
Hey, So, became a fan of the Buckeyes back in 2006. This guy right here took me down to the Ohio State-Michigan game in 2006. Atmosphere was electric, and been a fan ever since. Little backstory to that. The whole family's Michigan fans. Well, I got sick of hearing of them. So I just didn't like Michigan. But
Classic.
I give this man credit for turning me into the diehard Ohio State fan that I am today.
Don't you mean the Ohio State?
The Ohio State, that's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Got to be correct around these parts.
Now, favorite team?
So, I'll start with what he did. College football, with my last name being O'Brien, I am, and you can see right over here.
Yeah, we got to change our scenery.
The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame is my favorite college football team. I will be honest, growing up in Michigan, I did like Michigan for a while. I was more a fan of...
So we both got smarter.
Yes, we both got smarter.
All right. I don't know if we should put that in there.
Yeah, because I guess we're sitting in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, no. God,
yeah.
We look stupid. No.
Yep.
Everybody
there's always next year.
Sometime.
There you go. And that nut might be a Buckeye. All right. And then, so
what's next, Tim?
Favorite sporting event?
Favorite sporting event that I've been to?
That you've been to live.
That I've been to live. Oh. So, I'd have to go with probably my first Big Ten championship game that I ever went to. Went and watched my Ohio State Buckeyes play the Wisconsin Badgers. The atmosphere around Indianapolis during that game is unbelievable. There's so much to do. And even if you're not a fan of the teams that are playing in it, I highly suggest that you guys make the trip to go down there for that game. The atmosphere is unbelievable.
Yeah. Can only imagine. He's never invited me. I'm
sorry. I'm sorry.
My favorite sporting event is actually a local one. I went to our local hockey team. Went to a game there. And the opponent's team had former Red Wings Darren McCarty playing for them. And we got to meet him after the game, went on the ice, and had a good conversation with him. And I just remember watching him up around the 97 through 2000, the Stanley Cup finals with the Red Wings. It's kind of nice watching him and then seeing him in person. Actually having a conversation with him was awesome.
All right. That's a good story.
Yeah. So, I think that's all we have for the warm-up, unless you want to...
I mean, I think that's it. We just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an introduction into who we are and the sports teams that we follow the most that are in our heart. But this show is going to be not just about our favorite teams. This is going to be about teams throughout the country.
And not just college football.
Not just college football.
Nope.
We'll cover some NFL, maybe some basketball. To be honest, we follow college football more closely than the others, but we're not going to be a one sport wonder, if you would say. So, yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an introduction into who we are and where we're from, which I don't think we covered that.
No.
We are from Schoolcraft, Michigan.
Yes.
Little town. So, I'm kind of in enemy territory right now. I live in enemy territory.
Yes, you do.
But it's what makes life fun.
Oh, yeah. He enjoys the heck out of it.
Not this year. This year I'm upset.
No, not this year. You did have fun until November 30th.
I did.
Yep.
I did. November 30th was a bad day for me. But gotta give the team up north some credit.
Yeah. Are you allowed to say the team up north if you're actually living in the state?
I say it.
I think that's just people from Ohio.
No, I say it.
All right.
My team says it. I say it.
There you go.
I don't care.
All right, and there we are for introductions, getting to know us a little bit better. If you have any more questions, go into that comment section. We'll be happy to answer them. Now, let's get into the kickoff. Now, right now, it's December 10th, so we are talking college football playoffs. Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, Cincinnati. Let's talk about them. Who do you like in the first matchup with Alabama and Cincinnati?
Ooh, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm pulling for Cincinnati in this game.
Kind of like that Cinderella story a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good to see a little bit of variety in the playoffs this year.
It is nice seeing an actual non-Power 5 conference team get into that Final Four spot.
Yes. So, but not just them.
No.
Even Michigan. You've got two teams in the playoffs this year that have never been there before.
Yep.
So it's nice to see that variety because up until this point, you've had Alabama, Ohio State,
Clemson.
Oklahoma, Clemson, and it's been kind of the same four teams every year.
Yeah. You can throw in Notre Dame in there.
Nah. But in the matchup, I'm pulling for Cincinnati, but I don't know how you go against Alabama.
It is hard. They've had domination over the last 10 years.
Probably more than that, to be honest with you.
We'll say with the last decade, it's been Alabama and the SEC. There might be a couple years where Georgia squeaks through there, gives them a little contest, but this year...
Yeah, that's what they thought this year.
Yeah, they thought that, ready, bring it on, Alabama, and Alabama came to play, and they showed them Alabama is still on top of the SEC.
Alabama's still on top of the college football world.
That's true.
But
did you like that jump with Alabama going over Michigan? Non-biased, though, obviously.
I didn't mind it. I mean, you can make a case for either team to be number one. But with the College Football Playoff Committee, I think they were looking for matchups. And no matter how they got them, that's what they were going to get.
Oh, I got you.
So I would have had no problem with Michigan being number one. But I think if Michigan would have been one, you'd have seen Georgia at 4.
Yeah, you would have seen Georgia at 4, Cincinnati at 3.
So I think they picked to the matchups that they wanted. I mean, granted, Alabama came out and laid the smackdown on Georgia.
Yeah.
So you can also make a case for them to be number one, as they are. I mean, they came out and they played I don't know if I'd say near perfect game, but it was pretty dang close.
Right. All right, so now let's go into the matchup between Michigan and Georgia.
I'm excited about this one.
I'm
excited about this one.
I'm more excited for this game than I am with Alabama and Cincinnati because I kind of feel like, yeah, we're rooting for Cincinnati, but it's Alabama.
Yeah.
So you kind of go with that mindset that you see Alabama advancing into the college football final.
I do.
So this next matchup, 2 and 3, we had some stats here. So with defense, Georgia ranked 2nd, but Michigan also ranked 8th. So it was like with the scoring defense, Georgia was 1. Like Georgia dominated with scoring defense.
Yeah. What, averaging, they allowed 9.5 points a game?
Yeah. But Michigan was tied.
But mind you, they averaged 7.5 points a game through the regular season until they played Alabama. Yep. But I'm excited for the Georgia-Michigan game.
Yeah.
I am.
Because Michigan's ranked 4th in scoring defense.
They are.
That's crazy.
Here is where I'm excited for this game. Michigan wants to run the football. They want to run it.
Yeah.
Georgia's run defense is the strength of their team.
Right.
I am excited to watch that battle. I've never been excited to watch a Michigan football game in my life. But I'm excited to watch this game.
So do you think Georgia stops the run against Michigan? Do you think if they do that, it's a solid win for Georgia?
A solid win? I think it's going to be close.
Like, do you think Michigan can beat Georgia with the passing game?
That's tough.
You got McCarthy back there. You got... I'm drawing a blank on the other quarterback.
McNamara.
McNamara's
a starter.
Yep.
McCarthy, he is the backup, but they do sprinkle him in.
Yeah, they sprinkle him in there.
And the kid's accurate.
Yeah.
He's accurate. Like, he'll throw some dimes. I don't know if Cade McNamara can lead them past Georgia.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. I think Georgia needs JT Daniels to start.
Ooh.
Over Stetson Bennett.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Now, did Stetson play the whole game against Alabama?
Yep. But JT Daniels has been hurt.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Okay, so he wasn't available during the championship?
I don't think so. I think he was suited up.
Oh, okay.
But Stetson Bennett's been the starter for the last, I don't know, 8 or 9 games.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So I don't know if JT Daniels has been hurt or if they just think they think Stetson Bennett gives them the best chance to win. I don't know. But from watching Georgia against Alabama's defense, I don't think Stetson Bennett's your answer.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be very interesting to watch, especially with. I mean, we haven't even talked about Michigan's defense of players on the field. I mean, obviously you got Aiden Hutchinson,
the Heisman finalist.
Yeah, congratulations, Aiden, making it. Could be the first defensive player to win it since Michigan's Charles Woodson back in '97. So
you got David Ajabo on the other side.
You got David Ajabo.
So they complement each other extremely well.
Absolutely.
Because if you're guarding for one, which most people guard for or block for Hutchinson.
Yep.
Which doesn't work most of the time.
It doesn't.
To be quite frank.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
We've seen it.
I watched it firsthand. Tried. But if it's not Hutchinson, it's Ajabo.
It's a job, yeah.
I
and
think
then sometimes they send their linebackers on blitzes that sometimes the coordinator doesn't even see it coming.
That's true.
They disguise their blitzes so well in their linebacking core.
If Georgia's offensive line can slow, you're not going to stop Hutchinson and Ajabo. You're not gonna stop them. But if you can slow them down just a little bit, I think there are holes in the secondary for Michigan.
Okay.
If you can get the ball out of the quarterback's hands fast, you can have success.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what they did at Ohio State. They didn't let C.J. Stroud establish himself in the backfield.
Right. There was always pressure.
Just rushed him. They made him.
There was always pressure. Granted, C.J. Stroud still threw for 394 yards.
He did.
But
they got that receiving core. I mean,
they weren't the big shots.
No,
they weren't the big shots like they like to take.
Yep.
But this episode's not about Ohio State.
Yeah. I like throwing that in there.
I mean, hey, our receiving core.
Yeah, I know.
Outstanding.
And not one of them won an award.
Unbelievable.
But
I think they split votes. I think that's kind of how that happened.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Garrett Wilson.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. I don't know how he didn't win something.
Yeah, something.
Because
even like with the Big Ten, I don't even think he won anything with the Big Ten.
I mean, I think he's first team All-American, Big Ten.
Well, yeah. I think just like awards, like I don't know.
I don't think he won any individual awards. But the one catch with him that stands out with me, Clemson. When he skied over the defender.
Oh.
And got his hand down in bounds.
Absolutely.
But we're getting off track.
We are getting off track.
Getting off track.
I got a question for you.
Okay, what is it?
With the committee's decision, do you think they put Georgia at 3 to avoid, knowing Alabama was going to be 1, to avoid a rematch right away with Georgia?
Absolutely.
In Alabama?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people were saying that Cincinnati won the conference championship. Georgia did not.
Yep. That
should have earned them the 3rd spot.
Well, because Cincinnati's not a Power 5 school, they get no respect.
Yeah, and
they get no respect. They're in the playoffs because they had no choice but to put them in the playoffs.
Yeah, which you've seen it. Cincinnati last year.
Exactly. Cincinnati's been knocking on the door for 3 years.
Yeah. And then I think a couple years ago, BYU had a good run.
Yep. Coastal Carolina. A few years.
Yep. And there was even a year where Western Michigan.
Yeah.
They went undefeated, lost the MAC championship.
But here's the thing. Coastal Carolina, what did they do? Go undefeated 2-3 years in a row?
Yeah.
They never sniffed the playoffs.
Nope.
Never sniffed it.
It's like their quality of opponents, because they're not in a Power 5 conference, their quality of opponents doesn't match up to Big 12 or Pac 12.
Exactly.
It just...
Exactly. See,
but
Cincinnati...
it should be rewarded. If you go undefeated, dominating undefeated in your conference. Like, I understand going undefeated and you have like 4 or 5 games where you squeaked out by 3 or 6 points.
I mean, Cincinnati did that this year.
No, yeah, they did. And I think another thing that helped them is they did beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame.
That's the win that carried them.
Yeah, that carried them. And yeah, you just gotta tip your hats to them.
Yeah, Cincinnati is an outstanding football program. You gotta give Luke Fickell a lot of credit.
Oh yeah,
and
Marcus Freeman last year, building that defense up, recruiting all those players.
Yep, and now he's head coach of Notre Dame.
Yep, and he even said in an interview.
Which we need to get into that at some point.
Yes, we do.
All the coaching changes going on.
Oh my gosh. That will be on the other topics in another segment of the show.
Okay. All right.
So we will get to that. So don't fast forward to that part. We're still getting to the juicy part now.
All right. What do you say we move into the Heisman Trophy?
Ooh, I like it.
So you got Bryce Young, Aiden Hutchinson, C.J. Stroud, and Kenny Pickett as your four finalists.
The fake sliding QB Pickett.
Yeah, you know they banned that now. You know that, right?
You can't do it anymore. You fake slide, you're down. And I don't know if they're going to penalize faking. I think they're just going to call you down.
I'd assume they just call you down.
Yeah.
But that was dirty.
It was dirty.
That was dirty. Like, good dirty.
But it was so clean.
Good dirty.
When I just saw that, I was like, oh my God.
I've never seen anybody do it. Never.
No. I've seen quarterbacks
they
that
bit
don't.
on it. They bit on it so hard.
Yeah, I've seen quarterbacks that don't know how to slide, kind of act like they're sliding and just tumble. Like,
that's always.
They need to get some baseball players in those football camps and show these quarterbacks how to slide.
That's always a good. We should put that on like a comic reel or something like that.
You should.
That's good stuff to watch. Maybe we get some viewers for that one.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Okay, so the Heisman. Obviously, Bryce Young, front runner.
Front runner.
Yep. And then I think after that, Aiden? Or CJ, like Aiden and CJ are like
I
right
think
here.
they're close. I think they're close.
I'm taking Pickett out of it though. Pickett's not going to get it this year.
Pickett's fourth.
Yeah.
We're just going to put that out there.
Yep.
Bryce Young is winning the Heisman Trophy. He's winning the Heisman Trophy for that performance over Alabama. Or over Georgia.
Yep.
He's winning the Heisman Trophy. The debate's for 2 and 3.
The debate is for 2 and 3, which
I go. God, I hate saying this. I do. I go Aiden Hutchinson. The two games that he had to end the season.
I know,
better than any defender I've.
I know, but it's a representation of the whole year.
He's been a beast all year.
I know he's been a beast. He had what, like 14 sacks?
14 or 15. Something.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range. I mean.
I know Williams has the most sacks, 15 and a half. So I know Aiden's right around that.
Yeah, I mean, he's close.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how. Like, yeah, CJ had an outstanding year.
Yeah.
For a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, let's not forget that. A redshirt freshman. Which, does he lose his redshirt or no?
No.
Okay. So he's got it established.
Yeah, so next year he'll be a redshirt sophomore.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I think the last 2 games of the season, granted, like I said, Aiden Hutchinson has been a beast all year long.
All year.
But the last 2 games of the year,
took that extra level.
He was a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Okay.
A wrecking ball.
So that's your argument for Aiden being number 2, CJ third.
Yep.
Okay.
But you said that
I
do
believe CJ's going to come out second just because when he's on fire, he's on fire. We're talking 5-6 touchdowns a game. The only thing I think hurts him is your boy doesn't run the ball.
He doesn't.
He scrambles. But God forbid he will not cross that line of scrimmage.
He doesn't like to. I don't know why.
It's like you went from Justin Fields to just wildcat throwing the ball, and then you went to C.J. Stroud, where it's like, I'm going to run around. It's a force field, the line of scrimmage that I cannot cross.
So that's like, what game was it? I want to say it was the Michigan State game. It was either the Michigan State game or the Michigan game.
No, it was Michigan State because I was at your house watching it. And
but he ran, he ran to the first down marker.
Yep.
He ran to the first down marker. Like it was, he had a yard. He had to get a yard. There's nobody within 5 yards of him.
Yeah.
And he, at the line of scrimmage, he just cuts left. Until he had nowhere to go but to go forward to get the first down. He tried so hard not to go past the line of scrimmage.
Just seeing just running.
No, he tried so hard not to go past the line of scrimmage. So hard.
Oh, man.
But to quote C.J. Stroud, his job is to throw the ball.
Yep.
If they wanted him to run the ball, he'd be a running back. He goes,
your job is to get 10 yards.
He said
to get a first down.
He said, running the football is not my job. Which, I mean, technically, theoretically speaking, that's true.
Quarterback throws the ball, but...
But I know what you're saying.
Even Tom Brady runs with the ball.
Well, not very often. It looks terrible.
It does look terrible.
But
come on, he's over 40.
But I agree with you. You being an Ohio State fan, you go from Justin Fields that can run a 4.40.
Yep.
And I'm not saying C.J. Stroud's slow at all. His first touchdown in a Buckeye uniform was on like a 47-yard run against Michigan State.
Yeah, just contradicting himself right there.
I did.
Yeah,
But
running's not my job. First touchdown. What was your first touchdown? I ran the ball 47 yards for a touchdown. But I don't run the ball. It's not my job.
It's not. It's not his job. But they also don't call design runs like they did for Justin Fields.
No, yeah, I understand that.
Because with CJ is a surgeon.
Yep.
When he can throw the ball. A surgeon. He can throw the ball into tight windows. He can throw the ball deep. Hit the crossing routes, medium, or intermediate, short. He's got all the throws in the bag.
And you're still saying he's going to finish third?
Yes.
All right.
He's still going to finish third. Aiden Hutchinson will finish second in the Heisman Trophy voting.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about Pickett? Other than his infamous fake slide?
No, that was the highlight of his career to me, right there.
Yeah?
Yep. That sums him up.
Do you know what team he plays for?
Pitt.
There you go.
I do know that.
He's not that far under the radar.
He's not. Well, that's the thing. His name has been in the Heisman conversation all year.
All year.
But how many games did they lose this year? 3?
3.
That's the thing. Once Ohio State lost to Michigan, I thought C.J. Stroud was out of the running. To be quite frank with you, I didn't think he'd make it this far.
Yeah.
So 3 wins or 3 losses takes you. I just think you're an afterthought.
Yeah.
I think he's a good kid.
yeah.
I think he's a good kid.
Nothing against like personal characters. Just on the field play is what we're going to be talking about. There's nothing else on here.
Well, we covered Alabama, Georgia, or Alabama, Cincinnati, Michigan, Georgia.
Yep. Any particular bowl games you're really interested in seeing on New Year's?
Well, I was interested in watching the Notre Dame Oklahoma State game. I was. Because back into this coaching carousel thing we got going on here.
Yep.
Oklahoma State's defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles, is now going to be the Ohio State defensive coordinator.
Yep.
In 2022. So I was excited to watch it. But now he's not coaching in it. So now I've lost some interest in it.
Gotcha.
Obviously.
I have not.
You have not. Obviously, the one I'm most excited about is the Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl.
Ohio
State and Utah.
But I think Utah can give them fits.
Especially if you don't load the box with 8 people when they're running the ball all over you.
Exactly. That's why I'm worried. Obviously, to me, that's the one that I want to watch the most.
Yeah.
Who is it? I like who's Michigan State playing?
Michigan State plays. Is it Baylor?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
This is a terrible segue.
Yeah, this is horrible. Like I said, this is the pilot. We are going to get better.
We hope. For your sake. You know what? Since this is the pilot, I'm going to look on my phone and see if I should.
There we go. That's what we do. We got the power of the internet. I don't because...
His phone's recording it.
Yeah. You guys are actually watching through my phone. That didn't make any sense.
We'll have to edit.
If we're editing, then I'm gonna look at these notes again because I don't remember what I wrote. Oh, we need to talk about.
Michigan State plays Kenny Pickett and Pitt.
Oh, Pitt!
Pitt.
All right, let's redo it. You gotta ask the question again.
I don't know.
Who does Michigan State play?
Oh, yeah. Another one that I'm excited for is Pitt versus Michigan State.
Can't use the slide. You
Can't
gotta
use the
contain
slide.
Kenneth Walker.
I think Kenneth Walker was wild.
He does, except.
But will he play?
Is he eligible for the draft?
Yeah.
He's a junior?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I thought he was a sophomore.
I don't think so.
I just didn't hear about him last year.
Well, it's because he played at Wake Forest.
Oh, he's a transfer.
He is.
See, I didn't even know that.
He is. He's a transfer. I got
I
this.
see that. I'm just like Notre Dame, and if anything's going on at Michigan State, I don't know because I don't have the alerts. That's the only thing I know about Notre Dame. I get alerts on my phone.
I don't either, but we play Michigan State every year, so I know things that are going on. But I think Kenneth Walker will run wild if he plays.
Yeah.
If he plays, 200 yards easy.
First half.
Not the first half.
First half, 250. Second half, 165.
That's a bold prediction.
We'll see what happens.
Bold prediction. Should we have that as a segment of this show? Bold predictions?
Bold predictions. I like it. Let us know in the comments. I like that. We'll make just a bold prediction and then see what comes with it.
And let it ride.
Yeah.
All right. So I've told you what bowl games I'm excited about. Let's go.
All right. So every New Year's Day, I watch nothing but college football. I like them all.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
So the ones I absolutely like, I'm gonna watch Notre Dame. I'm just gonna throw that out. The one I'm like more anticipated watching is the Ohio State Utah game. I want to see what Ohio State's defense does compared to what they did last time they were on the field against Utah's rushing attack.
Do something different.
I don't know how much of an impact the defensive coordinator that.
Well, he doesn't actually start until January 2nd. So
okay,
after the bowl game.
After the bowl game. Okay, so I don't know if he can't have any influence.
Nope, his contract does not start until January 2nd.
Well, God, you think it'd be kind of awkward being the defensive coordinator for Ohio State right now, knowing that this is his last game? Why put in the effort? Knowing that you're just going to be gone tomorrow.
They need to fire
him. It's like, you know what? We're going to play loose coverage. We're going to play 3-4 defense. I know they're running the ball.
Ryan Day would fire him at halftime. Ryan Day would fire him at halftime. Plain and simple.
Just a special team coach. Punt it. It's 1st and 10. I don't care.
All right, so go into a little more detail. What intrigues you about that game?
Well, I've been invested in Ohio State this year, watching the games at your house. Basically because every time I go to their house, they have won. So he calls me, hey, coming over to the Ohio State game, right?
Yeah. Superstitious. I'm no shade. No shade.
And I will be honest, during the Michigan game, I wasn't there for the beginning of it.
His fault.
So,
Blame
yeah.
him.
Ohio State fans, you put that on me. I wasn't at his house when it started. We'll be honest, wife was out grocery shopping. I had to watch the kids.
Leave him at home.
I will say when I got there, though, he was just getting ready to turn it off. He had enough.
I was upset.
Yep. He left the TV on because I just got there. And that would have been kind of rude. I finally get there, and he's like, nope, game's off. Go back home. So he left it on, but it was funny watching him actually pace through, just glance at the TV and walk away.
I was hoping something good would happen. I was wrong.
It didn't.
It didn't. All right. What's next on our agenda here?
Well, I don't know if you know this. Jim Harbaugh won AP Coach of the Year. Moving on.
Bull crap.
Lou Fickle was a close second.
That's bull crap.
Lou
Jim
Fickle.
Harbaugh should not be the AP Coach of the Year. Should not be. Luke Fickle took a non-Power 5 school and put him in the playoffs. Michigan recruits 4 and 5 stars every single year. Every single year. Go count how many 4 and 5 stars are on Cincinnati's roster.
2 or 3.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Luke Fickle is your Coach of the Year. And I don't care what anybody else says about it.
That's not what I have in my notes.
Your notes are...
Lou Fickle came in second with 16 first place votes, and Jim Harbaugh got 22.
Jim Harbaugh's a fraud. I don't like him.
All right.
He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. Luke Fickle took a non-Power 5 school for the first time in history and put him in the playoffs.
All right. Halftime. We're going to end it right there. So kickoff is over. This is when we're going to go into halftime. This is where we're going to go over favorite recipes that we like eating or snack foods, favorite restaurants, what to order at your favorite restaurants, favorite backyard barbecue games. We can even do some trivia.
Ooh, trivia.
We might do some clips, freeze it, have one of us guess what's going to happen next, and then roll the clip and see if we're right.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not, though.
But that'll be in the later episodes. Today, we're just going to go with our favorite game day snack food. What's your go-to snack food on game day?
Honestly, your wife actually introduced us to it.
Oh.
The jalapeno, I don't know what else you call it. The jalapeno dip.
Oh, jalapeno popper dip.
Yep, that one.
That is a very good.
That is a banger.
Yeah. You can't eat too much of it.
You can't.
Because
you can't. You just can't. It's so good.
You regret it too.
I don't ever regret it. I don't. It's so good. So good. If you haven't, you need to go look for a recipe for jalapeno popper.
Jalapeno popper dip.
And you need to try it because it is delicious.
Easy to make, and you keep it right in a little crock pot serving dish, so you don't have to put it in a bowl. You just keep it right there.
All right. What's yours?
So mine is actually, they're called crack weenies.
Crack weenies.
So you take the little cocktail sausages.
Yep.
Barbecue sauce, a little bit of brown sugar, wrap it in bacon. You know, put a little toothpick in it to hold it all together. And you bake it caramelized, like maple bacon around the sausage.
I mean, it sounds delicious. My mouth is watering.
Yeah. So good. You can just sit there, watch the game. You don't even know what you're doing. You're just eating. Till you go down and reach, and ain't nothing left. You got a whole bunch of Q-tips, or not Q-tips, toothpicks
if you're eating
in your lap.
Weenies with Q-tips, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
Go back to bed, try again the next day. All right.
All right. Favorite games? Play outside. During tailgating or...
Tailgating. You know what?
Game day at the house.
You go ahead. Go with yours. I'm going to go get mine because I just got it. And this game is popping off right now. And I want to show it to you. Go ahead.
Popping off. That leads into what his game is, everybody. So my game, cornhole. That is my go-to. Love to play it. I may not be very good at it. But I love to play it. Leave a comment down under the description, or in the comment section, I should say, about what your favorite tailgating or outdoor game is during a game day at the house. Now that he's back, he'll go into his game.
Did you go with cornhole?
I did go with cornhole.
Obvious.
I did.
So this one kind of goes off of cornhole. These are called pop darts. So what you do is you have a little flat surface. You put this little marker.
That didn't work.
Right there. Somewhere in the distance. These are your darts. And get a little closer view. They got a little suction cup on each end. You throw them toward the target. Closest one gets 3 points. All the other ones that you get to stick are 1 point, and you cancel each other's with your opponents that are also stuck to the surface.
Mine did not stick to the surface.
No, it did not.
I tried.
Because it wasn't flat.
I tried though.
But yeah, this is awesome. You see these people on TikTok all the time. They're just, all they do is TikTok live. They're playing Pop Darts. It's kind of awesome to watch. But yeah, they're also on Amazon, and you can look them up on TikTok, Pop Darts. Hit them up, and they're kind of cheap and they're really fun. So that's my new favorite game to play.
Well, I'm excited to play it. I know you just got it.
Yeah. I've been playing it down here by myself. I'm not good at it.
I'm excited to play.
I need more ceiling space to get arc.
Maybe you should just sit on the floor.
Arch.
Maybe you should sit on the floor.
Oh, sit on the floor.
See, I come up with good ideas all the time.
That's not a good idea. That's good for about 5 minutes till your back and butt starts hurting.
Put a cushion.
Concrete floor.
Sit right here.
Sit. Oh, okay. Now that, all right, I'll give him that. That was a good idea. I just sit right here.
Thank you. I gave you 2 good ideas right there.
1.5. All right, so now that halftime is over, we're going to get into the second half. These are the under the radar, kind of what's not being really talked about, but we are going to talk about it, debate about it, fight about it. So, what? Yeah, we're gonna fight. So, uh oh. Got it. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so starting off the second half of the show, we are going to jump right into it.
Right into it.
Coaching changes.
Ooh, who do you want to start with first? Lincoln Riley.
Brian Kelly.
Mario
Cristobal.
Yep.
Brett Venables. What other ones?
There's actually talk that Oregon is trying to get back Chip Kelly.
Really?
From UCLA.
Really?
But UCLA has a contract with Chip Kelly that he's got a $9 million buyout that they have to pay to get him.
Wow.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a little prediction for the transfer portal.
Ooh.
Little prediction here.
Okay.
Spencer Rattler?
Yeah.
Chip Kelly is not leaving UCLA because Spencer Rattler is coming to UCLA.
I'll go with that.
That's my bold prediction.
That's your bold prediction?
That's my bold prediction.
And my bold prediction was Kenneth Walker 250 in the first half, 175 in the second.
That is an extremely bold prediction. I feel like mine has
breaking records.
I feel like mine has way more probability to happen. But so coaching changes. Who is the biggest surprise to you with all the big names that have moved on from blue blood programs?
Yeah.
To go to other blue blood programs.
I don't know. Both coaches kind of did the similar thing. Lincoln Riley said he had no interest in the LSU job.
Yep.
A couple days later, bye, going to USC. Brian Kelly said, I'm not even interested in talking about the vacancy at USC. Week went by. Hello, LSU. Fake Southern accent.
That was so funny. That was
I got my family.
The Tigers. I thought we were watching Ed Ogeron again. So my biggest
Tigers.
My biggest surprise has to be Lincoln Riley.
Yeah. Is it because he also, the way that he did it? Because that was so, he didn't need to do it that way.
No, he didn't.
Just texting all the other coaching staff, hey, playing these at 6, be there at 5:30, and lo and behold, 5:30 comes around.
All the coaches are there.
All of them.
Peaced out.
Ship sailed.
Yep.
Then Bob Stoops comes in, tries to save the day. nobody was really wild up on that team that Bob Stoops was there to stand in.
No, but now that Brent Venables is there, I don't think you'll see a major drop off. I just didn't see Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma.
No.
I just didn't. I figured he was there for the long haul.
Yeah.
Especially for I mean, I get it. Back in the day, Southern Cal was, a powerhouse.
Yeah. Pete Carroll,
Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, all them guys. Yeah, we're in sync.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like Oklahoma is in the playoff hunt every single year. Every single year. And
or just right on the cusp of it.
Right. I'm wondering if the move to the SEC scared them away.
Oh, that's right, because Oklahoma was going to move to the SEC in 2024?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if that played a part in it.
So he went to
the Pac-12.
Real weak Pac-12 with Oregon.
Now looking for a head coach.
Yeah. UCLA had a good run in Pac-12 for a while.
That one blew my mind, and go figure that was the first domino that fell.
Yeah. It's so weird to see like all these coaches are so two-faced to the media, and then there's a whole backstory that
there's always a backstory,
and no one ever hears these backstories until they're done with coaching. You hear these behind the lines or yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I thought Lincoln Riley was going to retire from Oklahoma.
No,
retire at Oklahoma. I thought Brian Kelly would retire at Notre Dame. I did.
Yeah, I didn't because that's a long time. I think I've only seen that a couple times with Joe Pa.
Yeah.
It's rare to see a coach.
But he's there, 12 years?
Yeah, he was there for 12 years. I just hate, both of them did it right before crucial times of the season.
Yeah, early signing period. Wednesday, early signing day. So I'm curious how Oklahoma recovers from losing all the talent.
Oh, yeah.
That, they lost a 5-star quarterback that decommitted from Oklahoma and 2 days later committed to USC.
Yeah. When you see that USC receiver enter the transfer portal?
I did not.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he was the top receiver for USC. I want to say it was... I'm a butcher it. I was like Holland.
I
don't know.
I didn't hear that name. But
yeah.
No, yeah, all these coaching changes just surprised me, just caught me blindsided.
Yeah.
Per se.
And the media just popped up, media took it, just ran with it.
That's what they do. I mean.
Yeah. But it's just fun to see all these networks all talking about the same thing and having different perspectives on each different show of either the same network or a different network.
Yeah. So, since we're on the topic of coaches, you being a Notre Dame fan,
yeah,
grade the hire. Marcus Freeman.
Oh, A+.
A+?
I don't think there's a better candidate that was out there for this Notre Dame job. When he came on earlier in the year, they literally hired him next coach in waiting. I'm pretty sure they didn't know it was going to be less than a year. Yeah, less than a year. That they probably weren't planning that quick in advance. But the way that he gets behind his guys, the way that he treats them, the way that he recruits, you don't really see that with coaching turnaround, where players there was volleyball players in Notre Dame that were rooting for Marcus Freeman to become they were chanting, holding up signs saying, "We want Freeman." And it was kind of cool to see that.
one thing that really stands out to me, if you haven't seen it yet, go look up the video where they introduced Marcus Freeman to the team in the
workout
locker
room. Yeah. Yep. They have their conditioning coach.
That speaks volumes right there. The way that team embraced him.
Yep.
After he was introduced, that speaks volumes to how that program's going to run.
Gave me chills at how he just walked out. And the dude wears his heart on his sleeve.
He's energetic.
Yeah.
Full of energy.
Energy, and when he gets emotional, he's not afraid to show it. He had his acceptance speech with Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn introduced him, and he had the athletic director up there, and he started getting into it when he was talking about. They said, "Be yourself," and myself is a father that served in the military, and a mom that was born in, I can't remember where, but it was. He really took that to heart. And he applies it every day. You can see that's what he does every day.
I agree with you. It's an A+ hire.
Yeah.
Because if Notre Dame didn't elevate him to head coach, I don't think he'd be there. I know several schools, including Ohio State, that wanted to hire him as the defensive coordinator of their program. And they were willing to make him the highest paid coordinator in college football.
Yep.
To do it.
Absolutely.
So, I agree. The hire is A+. Now, I got one more question since we're talking about Marcus Freeman.
Bring it on.
So, next year, as you know.
Yep.
Kick off the year.
Here we go.
Ohio State, Notre Dame in the shoe.
3rd.
In the shoe. What do you think about the comments Marcus Freeman saying, "I'm glad I didn't make the wrong choice twice," when the first game, the first regular season game he's going to have to coach is against the team that he played for in college?
Yeah.
Do you think that adds fuel to the Buckeyes' fire coming in next? To the first game next year?
No, I mean, he kind of went into depth with it. He was talking about being recruited by Ohio State. He was also being recruited by Notre Dame. I believe his father also played for Ohio State. So there's kind of connection there, but he's always loved Notre Dame. That's what he was saying. So I think that's what he's talking about. I didn't make the same mistake twice, going back to Ohio State for a second time. He chose Notre Dame. So I don't know. I don't think it really adds fuel because this was back in 2000.
I don't know. How old is he now?
No, because he got. Dang, he's 35.
So you got to figure he went right out of high school. So 18, it's 15.
Yeah.
18 years ago.
Okay. So 2003, 2004. But yeah, no, it's that long ago. I don't think if it does add any fuel, it's because the teams are also chirping it.
Which they may be.
They may be, but how many?
I'm just saying.
Chirping is chirping.
Your first regular season coaching game is against the school that you played for, and you basically went out and said you made the wrong choice when you went there.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said. That's basically what he said. And I think that's going to fire the Buckeyes up. I think come closer to that game, that quote's going to be on the walls of the Woody Hay Center.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
The Woody Hay Center? You know what the Woody Hay
just
Center
kidding.
I'm about to punt you.
I told you there might be some fighting.
Punt. First down.
Oh, man. All right, so the coaching changes. Those are the two biggest ones.
Those were the two biggest ones.
Yep.
Although Mario Cristobal leaving Oregon to go to Miami caught me off guard as well.
Yep.
Like I could see the Brent Venables to Oklahoma. I can see that one.
Yeah.
Once Lincoln Riley was gone. Because, I mean, he's been one of the top defensive coordinators in all of college football for, past 10 years?
Yeah.
So I could see that happening because he has been one of the top coordinators. He coached at Oklahoma before.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a homecoming for him. So I can kind of see that. So that didn't really shock me too much.
Yeah.
But, man, I understand Mario Cristobal is from the Miami area. But, man, Oregon has been a bigger perennial name in the college football world in the last 10, 15 years than Miami has been. I mean, I understand, wanting to go home. But
yeah, like a lot of coaches have done that.
You had all the money behind you, all the boosters, you had Phil Knight from Nike. I mean, you had everything you could possibly want in Oregon.
They just didn't really have the pull. They get sprinkles here and there of really good players.
They do.
But they don't have that major pull. One, I think, if they weren't in the Pac-12.
Yeah, Pac-12's garbage, dumpster fire.
They would have more success in that field. That, and they're all the way in the Pacific Coast.
Way up north.
Yeah. It's just a lot of players aren't from that area, and they don't want to travel that far.
I get it. I'd want to live in Florida, too.
Yeah.
Sun, beaches, all year round.
No snow. That'd be my number one perk.
Let's go to Florida.
Let's go. All right.
So I think that covers all the coaching changes.
Yeah.
Like I said, there were some big ones.
Huge.
Big ones.
That does not happen very often where you have that many coaching changes, let alone a big name.
Yeah, big names like that. I mean, that's three big names. I'll consider Mario Cristobal a big name.
Oh yeah,
coaching
absolutely.
At Oregon.
Yeah,
but yeah, like you said, you do not see big time programs like that lose their head coaches. Just bang, bang, bang.
And then, do you even remember them making a big deal when LSU announced Ed Orgeron was going to be cut loose?
Nope.
No, that was like, that story lasted
but I think everybody
a day or two.
I think everybody kind of just knew it was coming.
So what, you have one good season with Joe Burrow as your quarterback, Chase Rice?
Not Chase Rice.
Yeah, I said that wrong.
Jamar
Chase.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, and then you're trying to build off of that.
Right.
And you give him 2 years? Not even.
I mean, I just don't know if he showed that he can develop a quarterback. Joe Burrow was developed before he got to LSU.
Yeah.
He just needed the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't think he was showing that he could develop the players. I mean, he's cool to listen and talk to. I mean, if what you can understand.
Oh yeah. Always remind me of that guy from Waterboy.
Yeah. Yep. But I don't see him getting a head coaching job.
I was gonna say, where do you see him ending up?
I don't really know if is he a defensive guy or is he an offensive guy.
I think he looks more like a defensive coordinator.
So I don't know where I can see him landing. He won't be a head coach. I don't think he'll be a head coach.
No. Do you think he'll stay in the SEC?
That's tough. That's a tough one to answer because I don't know what SEC jobs are open as far as defensive coordinators or position coaches or anything like that. Because I don't think he'd want to go back to being a position coach. I think if he's gonna continue coaching, I think he's gonna want to at least be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But I don't know what job openings are there. Maybe Florida.
I was thinking Tennessee.
Tennessee, maybe.
I think that'd be nice to see that program turn around again.
It would. It'd be nice to see them competitive again. Which, I mean, they weren't terrible this year.
No, you just don't get that key matchup like, oh, Tennessee against, Mississippi State or
right.
Like they're not in that top tier of the SEC like they were before.
Like with Peyton Manning and no, it'd be good to see Tennessee become relevant again. But yeah, so as far as Ed Orgeron goes, I don't know where I can see him fitting in right now. But all right, so let's move on from the coaching.
Yeah, let's get this energy flowing. The second half, we're starting to feel like the Minnesota Vikings last night.
Ooh,
almost blowing that 29-0 lead. Are you serious?
I mean,
how do you
let's be real though. If you're the Steelers, how do you get walked on in the first half by a team that just lost to the Detroit Lions?
I don't know. It's
the what? 1-10-1? Yeah, something like that. Like, how do you let that team beat you?
Yeah.
First off, I think Big Ben's washed up.
He did announce this is the last year at Pittsburgh.
No, well,
he's done.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because
It's not good because they got Rudolph as the backup and he's not any better.
Dwayne Haskins. No?
Maybe. If you get him a fresher offensive line that can actually block as he rolls out.
Yeah.
Right now they're blocking for Big Ben, who's like a statue in the pocket.
Well, you need to get Dwayne Haskins to get his head on straight, too, before that happens. The kid has an arm.
Yeah, no doubt he has an arm, but he's not consistent with the ball. And that was his problem in Washington. That and I never really understood the head coaching job. Is like, well, I wasn't here when they drafted him. If I was, we wouldn't have drafted him.
Right.
And I'm just like, well, you got him now. Deal with it. Like you're a coach. Deal with it.
Right. Exactly.
So enough of that petty bull crap.
But anyway, so back to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Minnesota Vikings. So Dalvin Cook, first off, is a beast.
Holy crap! Did he crush that game?
Everything. Every time he got the ball, 20 yards.
And even just receiving. He had clutch on 3rd down and 9 in the 4th quarter.
Well, I think he only had one catch, 17 yards.
Yeah, it was the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
There's like 3rd down and 9, and they're way back in their own territory. Pittsburgh was, I think, only down by 8, and came clutch. Had that catch, 1st down, milked the clock.
First off, I want to send a big shout out to Dalvin Cook for supporting my fantasy team right now.
You're not on my fantasy team this year.
But you're on mine and you killed it.
Yeah, Kenyon Drake.
I had him and he got hurt.
Yeah. I've not done good this year. Kirk Cousins is my quarterback.
How did he do last night?
Oh, 1 touchdown.
Oh
no, I think he got 2. But no, Dalvin Cook just stole the show, so
Kirk
Cousins didn't really hit the do much.
He did. But no, I don't know. It was just it was such a big first half.
It was a big half. So do you think what happened second half? Did Pittsburgh figure Minnesota out? Did Minnesota kind of lift off the gas a little bit?
I don't think they lifted off the gas. I mean, you never know. I mean, could have got tired. There's a multitude of factors that could have happened. I mean, you never know how tackling is going to be from one half to the next. But it was such a big half in the first half for Minnesota. Like, it seemed like they were just going to run away and hide.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so I give...
We'll be in the bus.
So I give... it's like that's where they went.
Yeah. At
halftime.
the bus.
But you got to give Pittsburgh a lot of credit. They looked like hot garbage in the
They
first
looked
half.
garbage in the first half. Second half, they came back and they did their defense. It wasn't just their offense. Their defense came up with turnovers.
Yep.
They got I think, 2 interceptions in the second half, and I think Kurt threw 3 during the whole game.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's not a good ratio for you.
No. Yeah, he did not score many points.
My apologies.
I'm last in the league.
Are you?
Yeah, a lot of injuries this year.
I'm middle of the road.
A lot of injuries. Like I drafted J.K. Dobbins, Travis Etienne.
Yep, both hurt.
No, neither one of them saw the field this year.
Nope, both hurt.
Yep.
No, so like I said, you got to give Pittsburgh credit for fighting back. I didn't see it playing out that way. I didn't see Pittsburgh losing this game. But, I mean, then again, you got Justin Jefferson, you got Dalvin Cook. Now you just need a quarterback.
Please. So what other NFL matchups are you looking forward to this weekend?
Ooh.
Or because I know you're not really into the NFL, it's getting a little too like it's not like college football. My thing is college football. Every game matters in college football.
Every game.
NFL, you could lose.
You can
six,
lose
7, 8 games and still make the playoffs. It's just like not every game matters. So why put the effort and like I understand being a fan. You're going to watch your team, but are you really going to be that upset if your team loses? If you're 7-1 and now you're 7-2, are you really that upset?
No.
No. If you're undefeated in college football team and you lose a game.
Upsetting.
Especially me, being an independent football team.
You can't lose.
No, our season's done. Like, mostly. Like, we almost got in with the 1 loss. But 1 loss, we're done. Like, the committee's not going to look at us until they expand it to 8 or whatever teams. We'll get into that. I don't see us getting in if we lose. So,
no. Not unless you have a lot
it's
of
more
chaos
fun to
happen.
watch the games because they're more meaningful.
Yep.
The players know it. The fans know it. Like the whole atmosphere knows.
The
like,
college football.
This game is intense.
The college football atmosphere is
Second to none.
10 times what an NFL game atmosphere is.
Absolutely.
10 times.
And I'm glad the college players get to get paid.
Yeah, I wasn't real sure how I felt about it when it first started happening, but it hasn't seemed to really play a factor on the field.
No, not on the field, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously the good teams are still good. You're not seeing like a big name star, say, from my team, Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Getting these endorsement deals, but you're not seeing his play dwindle because he's off doing commercials or signing endorsement deals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we didn't see any of that transpire because of the NIL stuff.
Not yet.
Not yet. But I agree that, these kids put so much time, effort, blood, sweat, tears into a college football program. And that college or university, they make so much money off those players.
Oh yeah.
It was only right that they got
their cut.
that they got to make a profit off of their name.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited because hopefully the college football game is coming back.
I was just going to say, college football video games coming back.
So I'm super excited about that.
Yes.
I will definitely get the first new edition.
Okay, what I got to get. I'm playing that game when it comes out.
But so back to our topic after we wandered off on a different path there for a minute.
Which that'll happen. Bear with us.
It's gonna happen. Like we said in the intro, it's the casual.
Yeah, this is casual
sports conversation. We're chilling in a basement, hanging out, just talking sports like we would normally do. When we normally hang out. So we figured we would just, share it with you guys and see what you guys have to say about it in the comments section.
Absolutely.
So anyway, back to
NFL games.
NFL games that you're excited for this week.
This week.
I mean, I know the Bears haven't been very good this year, but it's always a slugfest when the Bears and the Packers meet. Honestly, I don't know many other matchups this week.
No. I only know a few, and that's the Packers and the Bears, Lions and Broncos.
Take the Broncos money line.
Take the Broncos. Oh, I said that being a Lions fan.
You did.
I did.
You did.
But hey, that kind of year.
Hey, it's okay. I'm a Justin Fields fan.
That kind of
and
year.
He's shown some bright spots, but man, that offensive line is terrible.
It's terrible.
Awful.
It's terrible.
Awful.
It's terrible. Go for Grandios.
Artie Palmer.
It's so good.
It is.
Oh, I should have put mine back there.
So if I had to say I was excited for one game, I'd say it's for Chicago, Green Bay, because it's always, like I said, it's always a slugfest between them two. I'm excited Justin Fields is back this week because I can't stand watching Andy Dalton
Oh my gosh.
play the quarterback position. You got what you're looking forward to?
Not really. I know I'm going to be traveling mostly Sunday.
Oh yeah, you're going to North Carolina.
Yep. So dealing with that. Gone for about a week. I think it's time to get into the last segment.
All right, let's jump into it.
All right, let's get into the final whistle. Now, being that this is the first time, I'm going to let my co-host Brad come up with the contest that we will be betting on.
Ooh, you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then I will come up with the bet.
So, am I picking a game that we're betting on?
Yep.
Picking a game we're betting on. Is it for this week?
Yep, this week.
Ooh. That's a good one.
So, I'll throw this out there. The Army-Navy game's coming up.
Okay.
Let's do it with that. Who do you got?
Well, being a former Marine myself,
Yeah.
So,
Army.
It hurts my heart to have to pick Army, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Army.
You're gonna go with Army? All right.
I'm gonna go with Army.
All right. So
you get Navy.
I'll take Navy. You want to do point spread or just winner?
For the first one, let's just do winner.
Let's just do winner. All right. If Navy wins, Brad here will have to do the next podcast with a glitter beard.
A glitter beard?
Glitter beard.
Oh, God, man.
Maize and blue.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Yep.
Don't do that to me.
And then if
Oh,
Army
God.
wins, I'm going to do orange and black.
For what?
Oklahoma State.
No.
Yeah?
No.
All right, what am I doing?
No. You're going to have that scarlet and gray.
Ah, no.
It's that scarlet.
Scarlet and gray? All right.
Or we could paint your face like we did that one time.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, so there it is.
Maybe we should post that picture out here sometime.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I got that on the phone.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think that pretty much about wraps it up.
That's going to wrap it up.
Well, sign us off.
All right. Thank you for watching the Sports Exchange. I'm Tim. This is Brad. Stay tuned till next time.